My goodness. So it's true. Are you really him, Marcelo? My son is alive. How is this possible?
That's right. And the best I can do is to leave you two to talk about things.
Leonor, thank you. Forgive me for not believing you. Thank you, Leonor. You have just given me back my life. Thank you for bringing my son. Thank you.
I know this doesn't fix the hurt I caused you, but I do hope that you can at least forgive me. I'll go ahead.
Wait up, Leonor. How will you get back to the city?
Don't worry about me, Marcelo. This isn't the first time I've come here. Mrs. Ernestina's driver will pick me up, and he shouldn't be long. So long then.
My son. It's you, my son.
Hello, beautiful.
I thought I would see you at the foundation.
Well, something came up and I couldn't go. How are you?
I'm okay, I suppose. I'm really glad you came. We have to talk.
By the expression on your face, I think I know what it's about.
It's about Gina Ramirez.
That's why I'm here.
You have no idea how disappointed I am. I opened up my heart to you. I trusted you. But all along you were just pretending. And you used me to get some petty revenge.
Ana Laura, I also opened my heart to you. And do know that my only mistake was to realize that when I did it, I wasn't with you, but I was actually with your sister.
What Ana Leticia did to you...
Ana Leticia did what she did because you asked her to.
No. No way. That is not true.
Well, that's what she told me. She told me that you and her practiced for so many hours, so she could imitate you perfectly, Ana Laura, so that I wouldn't realize I was being deceived.
Is that really what she told you?
Yes, but that doesn't matter to me. What does worry me is what she told you later on. Ana Laura, darling, I have no interest in getting revenge against Ramiro or anyone else. My story with Gina ended a long time ago, and in the worst possible way. I still remember when she dumped me. I was sick and lying in a bed after being told that I would never walk again, never again. I don't know why this surprises you, Ana Laura. I had already told you all of this.
No, you didn't, because you never told me it was Gina.
But how could I? I never knew that you had met her. How was I supposed to guess that?
Good afternoon, Mariano.
What do you want from me, Ramiro?
I want the truth. I would like to discuss the death of Gina Ramirez.
I swear that it was a surprise for me too when Ana Leticia told me that Ramiro nearly got married to Gina. I won't lie to you, Ana Laura. It did hurt me deeply when Gina had killed herself. But you see, I cannot blame anyone for that, Ana Laura. Do you know what really breaks my heart? It's knowing that once again, I have lost everything. I should never have even thought or believed that there was a possibility of me being happy again. And do you know what? I had so many illusions about us. The simple fact that I was going to be close to you, Ana Laura, just to be close, was like a celebration to me.
Please stop it, Valentine.
Please, Ana Laura, don't say anything because I know that what you're about to say to me is that you're breaking up with me forever. Or am I wrong?
You do know that I haven't been able to stop loving Ramiro.
I know. And it's like putting a dagger. But I've always known it. I swear that deep in my heart, I always knew that our relationship would end this way. It's okay. Just don't ask me to please stop going to the foundation. Please don't take that away from me. I beg of you, Ana Laura.
No, Valentine. I would never do that to you. I would never ever stop you from giving so much joy to those children.
Thank you, Ana Laura. Thank you so much. And I do hope that we can be friends. Hopefully one day.
Sorry, Ramiro, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
We are talking about the woman that I was going to marry.
Oh, well, yes. Now I remember. Her name was Gina, right? I had very little to do with her, though. I knew she was your fiancée.
Listen, now this is extremely important to me, so don't you even think about lying.
Look, I have no reason to lie. I heard about what happened to that woman, and well, I really am very sorry. I understand that after you canceled the wedding, she killed herself.
Gina was murdered terribly.
Ramiro, where did you even get that from?
I have found out so many things, and the one thing I discovered is that you were somehow involved with the death of Gina.
Oh, please, Ramiro. Do you realize the sort of stupidity that you're saying?
Are you really going to have the audacity to deny that you were present the day that Marcelo Salvatierra dictated the suicide note that Gina left for me while a gun was being held to her head? Will you deny that?
Aren't you glad to see me?
Yes, of course I am.
So then why are you looking at me as if I were a stranger to you?
Well, forgive me, but I can't avoid it. I don't remember you.
What do you mean? How is that even possible?
I thought that if I was right in front of you, I don't know, that I would be able to remember our life together in the past, such as my childhood, and understand why you allowed your son to become what he is now in life. But no, I can't remember. There is nobody in my memory. And the fact is that I have no idea what you meant to me, or who you are in my life.
I am your father.
Yes, I know that you are my father. A few days ago, I was able to recall your image, but nothing else. I'm sorry that I can't feel anything for you. I feel terrible because I can see the sadness in your eyes. I do. I also know that for the past 3 years, you have lived your life alone in this lonesome place. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
There is no way that you can know all of this.
Mm-hmm. I can understand your surprise. You see, there were only 2 people with you in that apartment, Marcelo and Gina, and both of them are dead now.
How did you find out that I was there? Tell me, how is it possible for you to know everything that happened?
No, not everything. One thing that I don't know is what happened after Gina supposedly finished writing that suicide note. That's why I came to see you, so you could clear up my doubts.
Listen, Ramiro. Just leave things the way they are. You have no idea what you might find out.
Tell me the truth now!
You won't find that here. I have nothing to tell you.
Now, if you won't do it for me, then why don't you do it for Ana Laura? Do it for your nieces!
What does Ana Laura have to do with all of this?
Valentin Padilla wants to use her to get his revenge on me. And possibly on you as well. Or am I wrong?
Grandma, I'm so glad that you're back.
What is it, my love?
Well, we have to talk about Ana Leticia.
Oh, that subject isn't up for discussion, my love.
Grandma, I beg you, please. You can't throw her out of the house just like that. You know my sister had her reasons for behaving the way she did.
Oh, sweetie, you're such a good person. I must say that I praise the goodness in your heart.
But there is no possible justification for Ana Leticia to have betrayed us like that, most especially you. You should know better.
Grandma, she did have valid
This time
reasons
around,
for...
I am not going to forgive, and I will not allow her outrageous behavior to go unpunished. It's finished.
Grandma, I beg you, please. In any case, I also acted badly. The thing is, I set a trap behind her back with Ramiro. Grandma, we have forgiven each other already, and I am asking you to please forgive her as well.
No, I cannot do that, Ana Laura, because this time, your sister has gone too far with what she did. And despite the fact that the decision I have taken really hurts me deeply, I cannot and must not ever change it.
Come on, Grandma, you know how close we are. Listen, if Ana Leticia leaves, a part of me will leave with her, and I will miss her so much. All of the time. I have already lived without Ana Lucia for so many years. Please don't take away my sister.
Sweetie, listen, it's time that your sister Ana Leticia accepted the consequences of all her actions.
I know, Grandma, I know that. But what if Ana Leticia told me the truth? I swear that my poor sister is going through some very horrible things.
All right, stop beating around the bush and tell me what your sister told you.
No, I can't tell you anything. Ana Leticia asked me not to, and I won't let her down again.
Well then, you don't need to tell me anything now. I'm afraid that I already know what it is.
Ever since I met Valentin, I knew that he was hiding something. I found out his address, and I waited outside until he left. You have no idea what I found there inside. There were several pictures of Ana Laura stuck on his wall. They weren't recent pictures. Some of them were more than 3 years old. That horrible scoundrel had been stalking her from the shadows for a very long time now.
How is that possible?
In fact, there were even photographs of you there with your niece. Ana Laura is in danger, and I am not going to allow that maniac to lay a hand on her.
Yes, you're right. Valentin also wants revenge on me.
How do you even know him?
He and I have a history that unites us.
You're also going to pay for what you're doing to me, Ana Laura. You will absolutely regret dumping me like that.
Ana Laura, what a nice surprise.
Hello, Ramiro.
You're not going to introduce me, my love?
Oh, of course I will, sweetheart. You've already met Ana Laura.
How are you, beautiful? So sweet.
And this is Mariano Alvarez del Castillo. He's the uncle of Ana Laura. This is my fiancée, Gina Ramirez.
Yes, I heard that you'll be getting married soon. It's nice to finally meet your girlfriend, Mariano.
It's my pleasure to meet you.
I will destroy your life, Ana Laura. I will do to you the terrible things they did to Gina and me. I will take from you the will to live.
That maniac is really sick. I have no idea why you would even allow him to get close to you and Ana Laura.
I didn't allow anything.
What?
You can be certain that I will protect my niece at all costs. I won't allow him to hurt her.
I will also protect her. But in order to do that, I need to know everything there is to know why Valentin is also after you, Mariano. I need to hear the entire truth from you. How did Gina Ramirez die? Tell me, who really killed her?
Thank you for coming.
I'm really very curious to know everything about what you discussed with Julieta.
I already told you. The woman badly needs a donor for her son, that's it.
What I don't understand is why she asked you when she knows perfectly well that you and Danielle can stand each other.
You see, that woman is very desperate, Anna Leticia. She would have asked anyone. Danielle is really in bad shape. She told me that she hasn't got much time. He could die at any moment if a donor isn't available.
There is something else. You are hiding something from me.
There's nothing.
You left the hospital really upset, Iñaki. Why is that?
Well, it really hurt me to see Danielle so helpless in the intensive care. I felt sorry for him.
Oh, stop giving me that nonsense. We agreed to trust each other, or am I wrong? You see, as we promised, there would be no more lies or any betrayals. Aren't you going to keep your promise?
All right, then. That woman told me something that I didn't even expect.
What?
No. I'll ask you a question first. If you answer me honestly, then I'll give you the same courtesy as I would.
Does this mean you're testing me?
What did you do the same?
Yes. Okay, fine. What do you want to know?
I want to know every small detail on what really happened on that quick trip to Costa Paraíso when you went to talk to Jennifer.
I already explained that to you.
No. You didn't, because you spun me a tale. And I do recognize the fact that you tried to look truthful, but I really am smarter than that, Anna Leticia. You can't fool me just like that. If you really want to have honesty between the two of us, answer me then, you start. Did you have anything to do with Jennifer's death? Yes or no?
You know, I would love to sit down and answer your question, but I would rather not. I am not accustomed to being in an uncomfortable situation. I'd suggest that the next time you invite me to your apartment, because at least you'll have a sofa. Goodbye.
Marcelo didn't pull the trigger on that gun, but that still doesn't make him innocent. The thing is, we are all guilty in some way with that woman's death.
All of us? Tell me, who exactly are you referring to?
First, Valentin, because he tried to stop Gina's wedding. And you, for standing her up at the altar at your wedding. And also Marcelo, for letting things slip out of his control. Well, perhaps I am the main offender in this puzzle. I'm not going to tell you anything else. Each one of us is also guilty, and that is all I will tell you. Nothing more of this.
My goodness, how could you even hide all of this from me from all these years? You know I had the right to know. I don't understand what moral authority you had to dare to judge me as cruelly as you have all this time.
Listen, we've cleared that up, Ramiro. I let myself be convinced by the lies that Ana Leticia told me. I made a mistake, okay? Now I know that your love for Ana Laura is sincere, and you have my full support. Ramiro, I'm asking you to please help me protect Ana Laura. I don't want that imbecile to hurt her.
Well, you can relax about that, Mariano. I will defend Ana Laura with my very life if it's necessary.
Keep on fighting, Danny. You can do it. Please hang on. You have to be strong. I don't want to lose you. Iñaki didn't want to do anything for you. But you have another brother, and maybe he will agree to help you. I have to find him. I will not let you die, my love. No, I will never let that happen.
Well done, people. Let's call it a day. We can continue working on this routine later. You're doing really well, Orlando. But don't try to do more than we agreed. You could get hurt.
Okay.
And you, Javier. You need to understand that Orlando is new to the company. He needs our support and a lot of patience. So don't push him.
Well, I
Yes,
see
of
where he's coming
course.
from. Why don't I talk to him?
That's it for today, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow. We'll see you later.
Listen, Javi. My goodness! You have really strong arms. I really love them. Anyway, why don't you invite me for dinner? I always have great time when we're together.
Well, that sounds great. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let me get my bag.
Come on. You really did well today. Very well.
Thank you.
Come on.
You have no idea what my life turned into after I had that accident. It was unbelievably hard for me to wake up in a hospital bed after being in a coma for a couple of months and not being able to remember a single thing, not even my own name.
Do you know where you are, young man? Can you tell me your name? How old are you?
For the first few days, I couldn't even understand what people were telling me. They all sounded like empty phrases. I couldn't speak either. I had so many thoughts in my head that when I wanted to express my thoughts, all I could utter was meaningless jabber. I couldn't understand what was happening. Everything seemed to be very strange to me and unknown. That made me feel completely alone, abandoned, and lost. No one was familiar to me.
It's just that I can't believe that nobody realized that you didn't even die in that accident. We all thought you were dead. We had a wake for you. I thought that I would die when I saw your coffin. You see, your wife didn't want it to be opened. She said you were unrecognizable. I believed her. When I was standing by your tomb, I wished that I could die. I couldn't stand the thought that I had lost you forever. Forgive me, son. You should never have to have faced that alone. I should have been by your side all along supporting you.
No, please don't say that. You thought that I was dead. So there was nothing that you could do. In any case, I had the company and all the love and the care of a very wonderful woman who was with me night and day.
Caminando voy con mi dolor y la ilusión de crecer, reconocer en qué fallé. Contra el tiempo voy pidiendo a Dios si llegaré con la fe, con esta...
Thanks to that wonderful woman, I found the courage not to give up in life. I was determined to live, to make it through. And I did my best. I did everything I could to recuperate. I was very determined to win that battle, whatever the cost.
That's my son. My Marcelo Salvatierra.
No, please don't call me that.
That is your name. The one that your mother and I chose for you while you were still in her womb. We were waiting for you with all the love in the world. Do you remember her? Your mother?
No.
We lost her when you were still a boy. But she loved you. She loved you so much. Her love for you was the most amazing thing that I have ever seen.
Well, even though I don't remember it, I can imagine it. That's how I feel that Remedios loves me, like a son. Her love was the fuel that helped me to achieve what seemed impossible.
You already know this routine, son. Come on, try it out.
No, I can't.
Yes, you
Why should
can.
I care about drawings when I don't even know what my own name is?
Relax. Listen. I know that you can't remember your name, but that doesn't mean you can't have another one, right? Heaven never gave me the joy of having a baby. I could never get pregnant. But if I had a son, I always dreamed of calling him Santiago. Do you like that?
Santiago.
I am Remedios Garcia. If you agree to be the son that I could never have, as of today you can be Santiago Garcia.
You are not Santiago Garcia, and that woman is nothing to you. She isn't your family.
Yes, she is, because that is what I decided. Remedios earned that place in my life and in my heart.
I understand that. And I know that you will forever be grateful to her. I will too, because she did a lot for you. However, you have me now, and I am your father.
But this is my present life now.
Yes, but you know you cannot forget your past. We are together again. And you need me as much as I need you. Listen, we need to get our life back, and get back what we lost.
Well, the fact is that I don't want to be the man I used to be.
Please, son, let me help you.
Listen to me. I didn't come here for your help.
What is it that you want from me then? Why are you here?
Well, I wasn't sure about it, but now I see that it was a mistake. A big one.
No, son, please don't say that.
You want a son, and I'm not what you want.
Oh my goodness, I would never have thought you lived in a pigsty, Valentine.
Ana Leticia, what in the world are you doing in my house?
That idiot Ramiro set a trap for me. And my sweet sister, your adorable Ana Laura, apparently made an agreement with him all the way. So that's why I came to tell you that you can count on all my support from my sister to come back to you.
Listen to me carefully. You are my son. My son. You are Marcelo Salvatierra.
I'm fighting as hard as I can to make sure that he never returns. Marcelo cannot come back. If you want to be part of my life again, I really would be very happy. I want to get to know you, and I would love for you to get to know me too. But for that to happen, you need to accept that I am a different man. I'm now Santiago Garcia.
I cannot accept that. Never ever, and I never will.
I'm sorry to hear that's your decision. That's all I can offer you now.
I want my son.
Come on now. Please don't ask me to be the man that I used to be. Because I can't be. Never again. I despise the person I used to be with every cell in my body.
So you were rejecting my blood and the blood that flows in your veins.
If you had ever known your son, you would understand my rationale. Marcelo needs to stay buried under the tombstone with his name on it. That is the tomb where you cried 3 years ago, and the one I visited only a few weeks ago.
Why do you say that?
It's because the world is better off without your son. And I am too. I swear that I will fight against Marcelo Salvatierra to make sure that he never comes back.
Well, you're right. I don't know you. Now when I look at you, all I see is a complete stranger. You are not the man I raised. You are not my son.
Facundo, I really am sorry. I've cleared up all the doubts that I had before I got here. I won't bother you ever again. Excuse me now.
I'm not giving up on you. You've cleared up your doubts. But then you gave me a reason to keep on living. I know that Marcelo was there, trapped in your memory, but you were refusing to let him out. I swear that I will rescue my son.
Don't you even dare try to, because I will not permit it.
I won't abandon you, Marcelo. I'm willing to descend to hell itself to save your soul, if that's what it takes. You will come back to me. Mark my word. You have to come back.
What do you say, Valentine? Oh, I'm guessing that smile on your face means you accepted.
Ana Leticia. Listen, if I'm smiling, it's because it gives me great pleasure to see that your sister is so much smarter than you are. Can't you see it? She managed to make a fool of you. How does it feel to end up being the idiot?
I don't know. You tell me. You know what? I've always managed to handle that stupid sister of mine, as always. Now, however, Ramiro is pitting her against me.
It seems that you aren't indestructible, right? Ana Leticia.
Ew. So do you want my help or not?
Thank you very much. But I can achieve my objectives without you. I don't need you at all. Get out of here now.
Ramiro already took the woman whom you're in love with from you. The love of your life, Gina. And unfortunately, you did nothing to stop him. Do you want the same thing to happen to you again? Do you want Ramiro and my sister to end up getting married and have a happy life while you drown yourself in a bottle of tequila? You see? The answer to your miserable problems, Valentine, is not at the bottom of the bottle of an alcohol.
Ana Leticia.
What?
All right. Tell me, what makes you think that those idiots, Ramiro and Gina, have beaten me? As far as I remember, they didn't even leave the church as husband and wife, so it wasn't a happy ending. Their love story ended in a different way.
So what are you trying to insinuate? Did you really have something to do with what happened to Gina?
What do you think? Huh? Do you really believe that Gina killed herself? Or maybe in reality, maybe she was indeed murdered. Think about that carefully before you show yourself here to offer an alliance between the two of us. Because Ana Laura might end up the same or worse than her. Would you like that, Ana Leticia? Would you like to lose the only sister that you have left?
I know that I do not deserve your pity. But none of this is Daniel's fault. He shouldn't have to pay for the decisions that I made in my life. Oh, he's very young and he has his whole life ahead of him. I beg you to help me to touch Inyaki's heart. Or help me to find Javier. One of them could save his brother's life.
These are great. You have to try them.
This is disgusting.
I don't understand, Maribela.
Why's that?
Since Orlando stayed at the house, you ignore me. And then you ask me to take you out, so I take you out. I ask you to dinner, and what happens? You put on this sour face.
This is the only face I have. If it bothers you so much, let's go back to the boarding house.
Oh yes, whatever you say, madame. We're going. Just wait until I finish eating my dinner because I'm really hungry. Really, really hungry. Apart from that, the money that I make is hard to earn, Maribel. Once I've finished my dinner, I will then eat what you have left. Then we can go home after.
Listen,
Nothing
Javier.
gets wasted here.
Who do you think you are? I'm not going to wait here while you finish eating 2 meals. Let's
Hey,
go.
wait.
Come on, move it.
You can leave whenever you like. That is not my problem, but you're alone.
I was waiting for you, Ana Leticia.
I was in the hospital. My friend Danielle is gravely ill. It seems that he was mugged last night, and unfortunately he was beaten mercilessly.
Gosh, that poor boy.
They told me that he can die any moment. I know that you're very angry with me, Grandma, but I really need you to hug me right now.
Oh, Ana Leticia, my dear. Your sister has spoken with me, and she convinced me not to throw you out of the house. So I strongly urge you that you thank her for her generosity, because in spite of all the cruelty that you have shown your sister all this time, she still loves you so deeply, and she has forgiven you.
But I love her too, Grandma. You have no idea how much I regret the silly thing I did to her.
Darling, how could you? Why did you do it, Ana Leticia? Why would you hurt your sister like that? It just doesn't fit in my head. I cannot understand you, my dear.
I don't know. Maybe it's because it hurts me to realize that for you and for everyone else, Ana Laura, the disabled one, comes first. After that comes Ana Lucia, the dead daughter, and me. I'm always the last choice. I'm alive, Grandma, and you don't care about me. Nobody does. Nobody pays any attention to me. Nobody cares about what happens to me. I have to do all this for people to notice me and to understand what is happening to me, when all I want is just... I just want some attention, Grandma.
Come here, darling.
It's me. Are you still at the office? Do you have the information that I asked you? I know that you can get into trouble, that's why I am paying you. Yes. The passenger's name is Ana Leticia Alvarez del Castillo. Listen, you know what? She flew to Costa Paraíso on the 9th of June, but she came back on the same day in the afternoon. What I need, listen to me. It's important that I know at what time her return flight exactly took off. And I also want to know at what time she was given her boarding pass at the airport in Costa Paraíso. Well, you're the one that works at the agency. Yes, you must have that information. Yes, I have the money to pay you, but first I want the information. You give me the information and I give you the cash. That's correct. Okay, we'll be in touch.
Sit down, my dear. Ana Leticia, we all love you. I adore you with all my heart.
Really, Grandma?
Of course, my love. And why would you even doubt that?
That's because you don't care about me. Your world is divided in two. Ana Laura and Ana Lucia. Clearly, I have been left outside your heart.
That is not true, sweetie.
Yes, it is, Grandma. Why don't you have some courage and finally admit it to my face? You don't even realize what is happening to me because you don't really care about me. If you had bothered to look at me, you would see the huge pain that I am dealing with. The truth is, I'm so afraid. I'm shattered to pieces, Grandma.
Oh, darling. It is you who's the one who never approaches me. And the fact is that you are the one that never wants to talk to me. I'm always here, just waiting for you to take the time to speak to me. Always.
I feel so alone, Grandma.
Darling, what is going on in your life? Why are you like this? Speak to me openly. Trust me, my dear. Please, I am your grandmother.
Why should I? Regardless, you won't believe me and you'll say that I'm crazy as you always do.
No, my love. I promise that will never happen. I promise you. I would never doubt anything that you tell me.
Marcelo is still alive.
My goodness.
I'm sure that Ramiro knows it. I'm sure that he's the one. Listen, I'm absolutely convinced that he's helping me to hide from me. And that's the only reason I followed his little game. That is why I agreed to go out with him. So I could find out why the only man I've ever loved in my life just suddenly disappeared. I just couldn't accept it. I need to understand. I need a reason.
Oh, my darling.
Marcelo, made me believe that he was actually dead when the fact is that he really just wanted to keep living his life without me. Without me, Grandma. He's hiding from me. I thought that he loved me and that I was the most important thing in the world for him. But that was just all a lie. Everything was just a lie. I cannot understand why he did this. How come?
Come here, my love. Come to Grandma. Oh, please forgive me, my love. I'm so sorry. How could I have not seen your suffering, darling? How could I have missed it, sweetheart? Forgive me. I beg you to forgive me for not getting close to you, for not looking for you, for remaining silent and not telling you that. For not telling you that.
What do you mean? What were you going to tell me? Come on, tell me, Grandma.
You see, I saw your husband with my own eyes. He ran off like a... Yes, he ran off, just like a coward. A filthy coward that he has always been and who never dared to face me or to answer for all the damage that he has done to you, my love.